Good evening, trustees and members of the community. We know the hour is late, so we'll do this as briefly as possible. This past week has been a very special time in Ann Arbor Public Schools as we have held our commencement exercises. I want to thank the trustees who gathered night after night to help us celebrate more than 1,200 graduates in the class of 2018. Each of our high schools did a magnificent job. I always love that each ceremony has its own special personality and unique way of celebrating our students, but they are all the same in that they are just wonderful events in the community. I want to thank our staff members, elementary, middle, and high, preschool, because we know that graduation day happens and it starts many, many years earlier. So we're very grateful for that. Everyone is a valued part of this achievement. I'd like to thank our parents who partner with us in providing support and encouragement to our students. Our parents are wonderful partners, and you can see them here in many of the photos. This Saturday, June 16th, I know several trustees are planning to attend, is our Juneteenth festival in Ann Arbor, and the festival is at Wheeler Park. And we are so excited that Kenyatta Campbell and Seth Dyer, two of our students, we understand will be performing Glory over at that festival. And it is again in Wheeler Park, named in honor of our first African-American mayor of Ann Arbor, Albert Wheeler. So a great day on Saturday. I want to recognize and thank our administrators who stood out on the corner of Ann with me and at the African American Downtown Festival back on June 6th. We got lucky on the weather. It wasn't too hot, but we always get to see so many folks out there, and just thank everyone who came by to say hello, especially all those folks that brought their children by. I just love being there because you get to hug kids and kiss babies. It's a great Saturday. I really appreciate Clegg Principal Che Carter, who served as the Master of Ceremonies, did an excellent job at that. I want to quickly thank everyone who came out or responded online to our Listen and Learn tour. My great team is wrapping up school, and then they're also getting ready to dive in with me to work through that data and create a rough draft of our new strategic plan out of the feedback that we heard. It is really hard to believe that we are here on the cusp of wrapping up this 2017-18 school year. I'm so proud of our Rec and Ed team and Miss Jenna Bacalor, because as we are wrapping up, they are amping up for close to 5,000 camp registrations. Doesn't exactly represent 5,000 students because some children are going to more than one camp, but it'll be a great summer of activity, both in our academic programs and across the district in Rec and Ed. I'm so grateful to our entire community. It takes a community working together to create the kind of school district and beautiful campuses that we have. And I want to acknowledge and thank everyone who contributes, our students who work hard every day, our staff members who give in service to children, and we just got to be with several of them, our parents who encourage their students. I'm grateful to our Board of Education who comes out and stays until late at night to do this work on behalf of children. We are fortunate to live in a tremendous community that values and supports public education, and we're so grateful for the passing of the operating millage. It will be a great help to the Ann Arbor Public Schools. We have named this year the theme Inspire A2. This afternoon, we debuted during staff meetings our culminating video of the year. We always have great videos, and I'm very grateful to Andrew Cluley and Scott Nadeau and our communications team, because these take a lot of work and they do such a good job. I think you'll agree with me that this one is especially rewarding. So I hope you'll enjoy, as our culmination to the superintendent's report, the Inspire A2 culminating video for the year. Thank you. It's always a pleasure to serve in the Ann Arbor Public Schools, and thank you very much, trustees, for this opportunity to share our work.
Thank you for inspiring me to be the best musician I can be.
Thank you for teaching me to be enthusiastic towards my passions.
Thank you for inspiring me to love to learn.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. From the first day a student enters the Ann Arbor Public Schools, they are met by inspiring teachers, staff, principals, and more. This has been a particular area of focus throughout the 2017-18 school year, as we've shared stories of former students who were inspired while attending the Ann Arbor Public Schools. These inspiring moments continued throughout this year, and we can look forward to our current students having a brighter future thanks to your actions. Members of the class of 2018 share some of the ways they've been inspired and the individuals that inspired them.
Obviously at AAPS, I've been inspired by a lot of teachers, but if I had to pick one, it would be Miss Hitchcock. She really encouraged me to help out with the other kids, help them understand concepts that were not very intuitive. She's just been essential to sparking my interest in economics, which I plan to pursue in college.
Definitely like my third grade teacher, Miss Muglia. I have the most vivid memories in her class. She seemed like such a strong woman and was someone I could really look up to. She was just always fun and made school fun and made me comfortable going. Definitely look back on that and like hope I can be someone like that to people. Just make them smile all the time, no matter how bad their day is. Coach B, he has just taught me so many lessons in the weight room that I know I can carry into my career, like hard work and persistence. I had a lot of issues throughout high school, and he's just been my biggest support system and kind of life coach. And he's just taught me that all these problems I'm going through in high school will not matter in 5 years. Most of them didn't even matter in 5 days. He just really inspires me to be the better me.
Mr. Hansen, he helped me out over the summer with a little bit of studying, and it was really awesome for someone to come out and just take a minute to help me out and help me pass. I mean, it's probably not a lot to him because I'm sure he does that all the time, but to me it was awesome.
Miss Oshella, who I was with 6th through 8th grade in choir, knowing that I was going to choir at the end of the day kind of just kept me going throughout the day. Like if I had a bad test, I knew that at least at 7th hour I would be able to go and see Miss Oshella and see all my friends in choir and just sing with them and then leave school knowing that I was happy and everything was fine.
My middle school 7th and 8th grade English teacher, Mr. Barrientes. In middle school, as everyone I'm sure knows, we're kind of rowdy and don't take things as seriously as we should. Towards the end of my 8th grade year, he just made me into a more respecting and hardworking young adult.
One person who really made an impact on me, I would say Sabo from my AP English class in 11th grade. He just taught me how to think critically and encouraged me to express myself and was supported the entire year.
Miss Sichansky inspires me every day, and I told Miss C that I was going to Eastern for elementary education, and she actually got me an audition with the music school because she just knew that that was where I belonged. She cares deeply for her students and definitely makes it known that she loves each and every one of us and wants us to succeed.
At Allen Elementary, my 5th grade teacher, Miss Johendon, was the first teacher to really connect with me on more than just a student teacher level, and she taught me that I can aspire to be whatever I want to be, and that even though I might look different than people who are really successful, I can still be successful as the individual that I am.
Mr. Treese, art teacher at Slauson, I think he represents a lot of what an educator should be. Sometimes it's easy to get lost in the hustle of school, so knowing that somebody's there looking out for you and has your best interest in mind is great. Also, it helps you grow in those aspects as well.
Miss Poole and Miss Hochrein were 2 teachers that I've loved. When the teacher is head over heels in the subject or dives deeper into certain subject matters, even if it's not required. Just the fact that they show passion and that they enjoy what they're teaching, you feel the need to actually learn and love what you're learning as well.
Dr. Edie Richardson, she's also my counselor. She's always putting me in challenging classes. I usually don't have the confidence to take these classes. However, I ended up doing well, and I don't have any regrets taking any of those classes.
At Skyline, my biggest inspirations are Ms. Ray and Ms. Whitehorn. They've taught me that you can make a difference in individual students' lives, and through that, you can make a difference in the world. Next fall, I'll be attending Wayne State University for elementary ed for undergrad.
In 7th grade, I have Mrs. Workman from my life science teacher. And going into the class, I was not a fan of science. It was my least favorite subject. But when I came out, I wanted to be a doctor because I loved it that much, and Miss Workman just made me love science, and she also always told me to trust myself, which made me have more confidence in myself and in my decision. So next year I'll be attending the University of Michigan in hopes of studying biology or biochemistry on a pre-med track to eventually go to med school, and for that I have Miss Workman to thank for teaching me to love science.
Mr. Brown, he inspired me to always stay true to myself and push me to limits I never thought I could go. A really good person to talk to and relieve some stress, talk about problems or any type of tough decisions I have to make, and he's always there to kind of lead me in the right direction.
I feel very privileged to grow up in Ann Arbor, to attend public schools that are incredible with teachers who really care, because I know not all teachers are incredible, but I've had such a wonderful experience throughout all of my schooling so far, and I feel very grateful.
Thank you for inspiring me to be more complete as a person.
Thank you for inspiring me to reach my full potential and to always push for more.
Thank you for inspiring me to believe in myself.
Thank you for inspiring me to become a more mature and self-confident young man.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, you gotta finish strong, right?
Thank you.
That was great, Andrew. I know you were behind that, and Scott too. So you guys did a wonderful job as always. But I especially like hearing each student thank the teachers that really were impactful for them. So that was just wonderful to hear.